Simmons. Span up the middle. This will tie the game, and this will win the game. Right through Simmons. Nationals win 6-5.
Washington Nationals baseball. Washington Nationals baseball.
Nationals picked a great time to win their third game of the year when trailing after 8 innings. Ballpark was cleared. Now the fans are back in. So's Denard, paying tribute to the Navy here as we get ready for the night portion of this split doubleheader. You never know. By the end of the night, it could be down to 3.5, but the Nats need some help from the Houston Astros and our old friend Bo Porter. We'll see if that works out, but it sure worked out this afternoon. Bob and FP, welcome back. Full day of baseball, and I'm not sure you saw it coming. I'm not sure I saw it coming, but that was a great ninth inning, and finally the Nats do something big against the Atlanta bullpen.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody saw that come, especially with the best closer in baseball on the mound in Craig Kimbrell. Going back to game one, you're thinking 2-run lead, the Ian Desmond error making it a 2-run lead, that this ball game's over, but Adam LaRoche walked, got to second base on the infield single by Wilson Ramos. Anthony Rendon endured a few bad strike calls, to be honest, and then Chad Tracy with a great at-bat, scoring LaRoche, advancing the runners to make it a 1-run game, and then Denard Span doing what he does, hit it up the middle, right through the wickets of Andrelton Simmons, winning run scores, and Anthony Rendon, and everybody giving high fives. Kimbrell had allowed 7 runs in 60 2/3 innings. At that point this year, he allowed 3 runs in game 1 in a third of an inning. And get this, that's the first time in his career he's allowed 3 runs in a baseball game.
Nats get out hit 9-4 and win the game 6-5. Tanner Roark, is he a starter? Is he a reliever? Whatever he seems to do, he seems to get the job done for the Nats as Roark takes the mound again against the Braves. Made his major league debut in relief against them, and here he is as a starter. The Nats looking for the doubleheader sweep. Baseball on Masson, brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, and by Kia. Visit kia.com to learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. Right down here on South Capitol Street. Difficult couple of days for our city, our district, and our region and our nation. The Nats back to action on the baseball field, paying tribute to our friends just to the east, about a half mile away, over at the Navy Yard. And our thoughts and prayers with all of the families affected by yesterday's events. It's actually 3 degrees warmer than it was 6 hours ago when we started Game 1. Train celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Braves are hitting at .249, ninth in the league, fourth in runs, first in homers. Evan Gattis took Tyler Clipper deep for what appeared to be a possible game-winning home run for the Bravos in the 8th inning. The Nats had other things in mind after the Braves added a run in the 9th. Jordan Schaefer appeared late in that game as a defensive replacement, and he'll be the leadoff man against Tanner Roark. 12th game, 3rd start. 6 innings, no runs, 2 hits against the Braves so far. And at 7:06, first pitch is a sizzling fastball. Strike 1.
Yeah, slider and a curve and a change to go with it. Last time out, improved to 6-0 as the Nats swept a 4-game set from the Mets. Worked a solid 6 innings, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. Struck out 6 Mets. Walked 1 through 78 pitches. So fastball averaging 93 miles an hour. Throws it 62% of the time. Slider 20% of the time. Curveball 8, changeup 10.
Good run on that pitch, 93. Jordan Baker, junior member of the umpiring crew, has the plate. C.B. Buckner, Dale Scott, crew chief, Dana DeMuth on the bases.
Well, the one thing we've loved about Tanner Roark, he's not afraid. This guy has no fear whatsoever. Pounds the strike zone with a fastball. Doesn't really nibble. Goes right after hitters and fills up the zone with strikes.
And the breaking ball blocked by the very active and athletic Jonathan Solano. So
who?
Wilson Ramos streak. Yeah, it's our backup catcher.
he's like a punter on a football team with a good offense. You never see him.
Yeah. So 24 in a row for Wilson. He gets a breather tonight after contributing to that game-winning rally in the bottom of the 9th. Roark gets a ground ball over to cover. Well handled on a little tricky hop for Adam LaRoche.
Not too many guys can take an in-between hop like that and have soft enough hands to give with it while they're moving toward the baseball. Watch this. LaRoche going to the ball, has to give right here. Not a problem. Fields it behind him. Slick play right to Roark for the first out of game 2. Nicely done.
That'll bring in Justin Upton.
Some gold over there, folks.
Nobody in the Atlanta lineup has faced Tanner more than twice. One of them is Justin Upton, 0 for 2 against the Nats right-hander.
I'll tell you what, with what happened the other day before the Wounded Warriors softball game, to where when we went off the air it was 5-2 Reds against the Brewers, and then as you made your way to the field it was 5-4, then 5-5. They went extra innings, ended up walking off the Reds.
A little mojo going on?
Yeah, I mean, the crowd here for the Wounded Warriors game, standing ovation. Players came running out of the clubhouse. Everybody excited. Then couple that with what happened in game 1 of this, to where you have the best pitcher on the planet, in my opinion, on the mound. You beat him. Strange things are starting to happen. You start to get that feeling like, all right, just let it happen. Just let it breathe, and it's happening, and you're in the middle of it. It's exciting.
It's September, and it's about to be late September. 3-1 to Upton. Roark throws the fastball, and Justin late for it. Number 3 hitter, Freddie Freeman, who for the first time in his career made it to 100 RBIs today. So the Braves are 89-61. Oddly enough, their lead over the Nats is down to single digits, 9 games. So if the Nats go 12-0 and the Braves lose all 12, Washington wins the division by 3. Freddie Gonzalez obviously would have his worst nightmare if anything close to that took place. But the Nats can do one thing, and there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. If the Nats win tonight, it guarantees the Braves do not pop champagne in D.C.
Well, that'll be a good thing. Obviously, you have to win your own game, take care of your own business. As you look at strike 3 on the outer half right here to Justin Upton. And just by reading some early swings right now on the Roark fastball, even though 93-94, Braves hitters look like it's got a little more hop on it. Like that.
Freddie Freeman unable to get to that. He's 0 for 1 against Tanner. Freeman checks in at 313. Walk, sack, fly. Actually 2 walks and a sack fly this afternoon.
Oh, look at the run back on that 94 front hip right there to Freddie Freeman. Started off the plate right at Freeman. Watch this run back for a strike. Good late movement.
That'll stand him up. You love to see a 0-2 pitch that has some purpose to it.
I'm telling you, man, he's fearless. Doesn't care. Here it is, hit it.
Has Freeman reaching right up the middle. Desmond from behind the bag. And there's nothing wrong with a starter taking a little momentum from the 9th inning a couple of hours ago and getting it going early tonight. Nats 6th in the league in batting, runs, and steals, and 3rd in home runs. Lineup brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Denard Span ended the suspense early this afternoon with a 2nd inning base hit up the middle, 27 consecutive games. And if he gets a hit anytime during this one tonight, it is the longest hitting streak by a major leaguer this year. The Nats face Freddie Garcia, who stymied them through 8 innings at Camden Yards back on May 30th. He only gave the Nats 3 hits. So he's the kind of guy who can move the ball around, doesn't throw that hard and blow people away, FP, but he can be really tough to get a read on.
Well, he's got a big sweeping slider. He'll go change up to left-handers more than the slider. The slider he'll feature to right-handers. A 2-seam fastball, average 87 miles an hour. He has a curveball, change, and split to go with the fastball slider combination.
If you look at the numbers, not a great matchup for Denard Span. Saw Garcia a lot in the American League in his days with Seattle and the White Sox and the Yankees. Denard 2 for 18 career against him with a couple of walks. Maybe the way he's swinging right now, it doesn't matter who he's facing. 383 on 44 hits during the streak. There's Garcia taking a little bit off, 81. Span taking his time getting back in against the 156 game winner Garcia. And a slow roller right side. Denard hustling. Ugla up with it. First out of the game for Freddie Garcia. Ryan Zimmerman presented before the ball game with the Nationals nomination for the Roberto Clemente Award. MLB's Roberto Clemente Award recognizes a player on every team who demonstrates on-field success as well as a commitment to service in the community, and of course honors the great Clemente. And Ryan, of course, president of his ZIMS Foundation, MS, the last two letters of that, to fight multiple sclerosis. It is a disease close to Ryan's heart. Chronic and unpredictable is that disease, and his mom Cheryl has had it since Ryan was 10 years of age. Congrats again to Ryan Zimmerman, second year in a row nominated for that great award. Tim Hudson, by the way, was the Braves nominee. Class guys from teams all over baseball mentioned with the great Clemente. Off-speed pitch. Freddie Garcia gets Ryan 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, that's a curveball. Average 72 miles an hour. That one's 73. Just a straight 12-6 downer, and coming off an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Look how far out in front Zimmerman is. Ball's not really even in the pitcher, so more about the change of speeds on that curve than the break itself, although it did have some good late break.
Garcia, 356th career start. Jason Worth has seen him 4 times. And a nasty breaking ball. Ryan can't get to it. 2 outs. Ryan Zimmerman now 0 for 8 career against the right-hander.
To the defense for the Braves behind Garcia. Gaddis, Schaefer up in the outfield. Simmons, Johnson left side. Ugla Freeman right side. And Gerald Laird behind the plate. Well, if you're wondering what the game plan is off a guy like Freddie Garcia, obviously number one is make the ball be up. You got to elevate him. Not going to overpower you with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. He does have a little deception in his delivery to where he's herky-jerky right over the top. But you're looking for something up in the zone. First of all, and then after that, you know he's a strike thrower, so there's not a whole lot to wait around for. But I think if you let the ball get deep, thinking about going up the middle the other way, the rest will kind of take care of itself. Meaning if you jump out there and you try to be too aggressive, you might get yourself in trouble.
1-1 pitch. But some of the numbers the Nats are putting up, not only the offensive numbers, but now the team records. They're now 11 over 500 at home, 8 over against the East, and a season high 10 games over at 80 and 70.
Win out, they win 92 games. What in the world is going on?
There would be some heartbreak in the Midwest if that happens. 1-2 pitch, and that's outside to Worth. Garcia, bases empty, 2 outs, and a 2-2 to Jason Worth. Outside.
And ran down the clubhouse between games, and you saw a bunch of guys loose, having fun, obviously after the big win in game 1. But, you know, player after player just gave you that look. And if you played, you know that look. It's just like kind of out of the corner of their eyes. They don't want to talk about what's going on, but it was that look like we know what's going on. It's special.
Worth a line out right to Andrelton Simmons. So the Nats go 1-2-3 against a guy who looks like a nemesis this year, Garcia. Good start.
Top of the first. Where's the defense for the Nats, FP? Please set the defense. Well, here it is. Harper, Spann, your outfield. Desmond Zimmerman left side. Lombardozzi getting the start at second base in game 2. And some new guy behind the dish named Jonathan Solano. Wilson Ramos, 24 games in a row. Ferris Bueller, enjoy your day off. You deserved it. Wow.
Sitting next to Gio, I'm not sure that's a night off. Tanner Roark with our AT&T fact of the game. Third best by a rookie. Kirk Reeder, the crafty lefty. Tim Burke, the right-hander.
That's funny. If you remember a couple of starts ago, I compared Tanner Roark to Kurt Reeder.
Yeah.
I said they're very similar in the sense that they get the ball and throw it. They work fast. They compete, and they have that whole horseshoe thing in their back pocket going on to where it seems like, you know, they get all the breaks, but most of the time they create those breaks for themselves.
Running fastball right back in there to Evan Gattis, who faces Roark for the first time. Well, one of the great feel-good stories of the year in baseball, Evan Gattis. Hasn't made the Nats feel very good, but he made it to 20 home runs today. Now the Nats will try to send him out of town without any more RBIs. Pretty good breaking ball there.
Pretty good curveball from Roark, straight down hard. And the one thing we've learned about Evan Gattis throughout the course of this season, he can hit a high fastball. That curveball right there, I mean, that's just off the table. 12-6 bender, a beauty.
There's a high fastball, but maybe because of the off speed, he was a little late.
They've all been late on the Roark fastball so far. A lot of late life, late movement.
Got to really think twice about doubling up on heaters to this guy, though. Luxury of a 1-2 count. He'll go fastball. And LaRoche to his right. Sometimes the hot corner's on the other side. One out.
Oh, a couple of nifty plays already in this game for Adam LaRoche. The in-between hop just started up off the bat of Jordan Schaefer. And then ready for the baseball right here. Line drive, first step quickness. Not a problem. Flashing the gold leather down there early.
Chris Johnson is next, still leading the league at .330. Ian Desmond waiting for that one. And Tanner Roark, 5 in a row to start the game. Second inning presented by Luna. Call tonight for the Luna Double. Get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA. And you are looking live at the Moon. Gerald Laird, veteran catcher. Backs up McCann when Gattis is in the field. And Gerald Laird, 33 years of age, .244 career hitter. 9 years in the big leagues. Texas Tigers, Cardinals Tigers, and now the Braves. .42 games and a .262 average. Pretty good for a backup guy. David Ross was their backup for a number of years, and Gerald Laird's numbers this year comparable to what Ross gave them. Pretty good offense. From Westminster, California, LA area. And he got something most backup catchers don't get. Got a 2-year free agent contract last November. 3 balls, 1 strike. That ball hits off the plate. Desmond's going to have to be quick. Tried the bare hand. Roark was going backwards for it. And it's a hit all the way for Gerald Laird.
Well, Laird runs pretty good. For a catcher, I hate people that say that, but he does. I mean, he gets out of the box well. He's spelling a hit right here all the way, getting down the line. I think if Ian Desmond bare hands this, he still doesn't have a shot. Laird was about 3 steps from the bag when Desmond tried to palm this ball, and it's a single all the way. First hit of the game.
Dan Uggla next. If you weren't with us this afternoon, FP chronicled how the Braves have been sitting him down some. in favor of Elliott Johnson, the former Ray and Royal, who they picked up as a waiver claim. Douglas hitting a .182. And of course striking out a lot, 158 times. He had a big pinch hit for them though in game one. A 7th inning double that made a 3-1 game a little closer. He's got himself another knock. 2 on, 2 out for the Braves with Simmons coming up.
No, bat died a hero. Got a pitch up right there. Wrote it into left field. Dan Uggla 2 for 2 so far in the doubleheader. Like you said, the pinch hit knock, and leads this one off for himself with a single.
Roark faces Simmons now. Andrelton is 0 for 2 against Tanner. No swing, says C.B. Buckner, and the crowd can't believe it.
Now, very rarely do you hear a crowd reaction on a check swing that vocal. With the crowd into it from pitch 1 here. Probably a lot of people that went to game 1 here for game 2.
Fastball sizzles to the inside edge. Kinetic North America will track it.
Watch Simmons right here. He's diving out there for something outside. You see him leaning out over the plate, and Roark goes back on the inner half, and he can't get off a swing. That's a guy that was looking for that same slider he got first pitch. Just tell by the lean right there, and couldn't get to the inside fastball.
Framed by Solano, but ball 2 as Roark tried to run it back to the outside corner.
And no real rush here if you're Tanner Roark to get Simmons. You have Freddie Garcia on deck, who's hitting 0-0-0. You're a strike thrower. You're not going to panic with the bases loaded if you don't get Simmons.
And there's a breaking ball that Desmond will shovel over to Lombardozzi. Tanner Roark gives up a couple of hits. 4-5-6 ahead for the Nats. Harper, Desmond, LaRoche. After that crazy 6-4-2 over 5-9-2 today, Nats were out hit. Both teams made a couple of errors. Washington walked off. Visit Kia.com and learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. Try to remember the kind of September Harper, Desmond, and LaRoche are having. All pretty good. Bryce will check in overall at just under 280 with an on-base percentage of 380. Desmond overall 283, and Adam LaRoche on base 12 of his last 13 games, including twice today. Harper 0 for 1 against Freddie Garcia.
I'm looking at home plate umpire Jordan Baker, and I'm trying to decide whether he's 7 feet tall or 7'4".
Big man.
Large human. Just watch him in relationship to Bryce. And Bryce is what, 6'4"? Look at that.
Bryce is a big boy himself.
He's making Bryce look like a scrappy leadoff hitter.
Good run on that Freddie Garcia 88. Yeah, he's not, his vitals are not in the umpire's media guide. Yes, fans, there is such a thing.
I have him.
Because he's one of the minor league travel umpires who gets the major league call on occasion.
I have him at 7'6". Just a shade under.
Likes the high strike. Harper, fair ball. Bryce will make the turn and stop as Evan Gattis gets to it. And the Nats have a base runner leading off bottom 2.
Well, there goes a no-hitter, game 2 style. And the old saying goes, hit it like he throws it. And it's a perfect at-bat for Bryce Harper. Kind of what you want to do against a guy like Freddie Garcia. Go the other way, not try to do too much. Just bloop it in there and get yourself on base. First hit of the night for the Nats.
Adam LaRoche, the man stepping in, Ian Desmond with a bunt. And Roger Bernardina had the hits against this pitcher in Baltimore. LaRoche led off the second with a bloop, kind of like Bryce just did. That's not a bloop. That's a shot to left, and Gattis grabs it at the edge of the track. Ian Desmond lacking a little bit of elevation on that shot.
Well, nice play by Evan Gattis. The guy out in left field for his offense makes a nice running catch on the line drive off the bat of Desmond. Good route right here. Good first step quickness. And a lot of people thinking this ball's over Gattis' head, and not so fast. Bullpen approves with a golf clap. A nice running catch by the Braves left fielder to Rob Desmond.
There's Adam LaRoche, who had an RBI first inning single and a walk, scored one of those runs in the 9th inning today. Against this soft tossing pitcher, as opposed to Mike Minor, the lefty, earlier today, the Braves play more of a shift against LaRoche. And right up the middle is Simmons as they look for a ground ball. Adams been on base 12 of his last 13 games with 13 hits and 11 walks. And he's 10th in the league, having walked 65 times.
Yeah, 4 good at-bats in game 1. Hit the ball hard 3 times. Walked his last time up. Key piece of that 9th inning rally against Craig Kimbrell. Led off that 9th frame with a walk.
Not biting. 2-0, and the hits by direction. We'll go back to that. Certainly his share of hits up the middle. Left field about half as much as right. But we also must note power the opposite way. He's got a good left center power stroke.
Bigger lead by Harper right here. Way bigger.
He's going. Ball in the dirt. Bryce Harper. He's into double digits in steals. Was over the weekend. Now he adds another. He has 11 in 15 attempts.
Which is a little thing that Bryce will learn the longer he plays is, you know, when you extend your lead, you're basically showing a lot of people that you're going. It kind of tips off the steal, but he picked a good pitch to go on right there. Stole it easily. And Laird in a little bit of a hurry because of the big jump by Harper. Fans on the pitch.
Yeah, he tried to backhand a changeup. And LaRoche will take 3 in a row, and now 4 in a row up. So 3 up, 1 down, and he's at first base, and Adam LaRoche just keeps getting on base.
Good base stealers look like they're going every single pitch. So when you're going, nobody knows. You don't tip it off. It's like a pitcher when he fans his glove on a changeup. You know the changeup's coming. Well, you know, the older Bryce gets, he'll learn that when he gets out there, he can look like he's going every pitch, so you never know when he really is going. But nonetheless, a great jump right there and stole the base easily.
Here's Lombardozzi. Pinch hit at bat. Game 1 today. Rounded out, but when Davey gives him his spot starts, you can almost count on once or twice on base. And good stuff coming out of the number 8 hole tonight. He's 7th ahead of Jonathan Solano.
He's just a winning baseball player. He does something to help the ball club win every time he starts.
There's a base hit. Harper rounding third. Trent Jewett's going to send him. Upton's throw, not in time. Nationals lead 1-0. And Lombardozzi drives in number 21. Good call with run out by Trent Jewett.
Well, you knew he had wheels at second base and Bryce Harper, so yeah, forcing the issue. You win game one, you're aggressive in game two. A nice piece of hitting by Lombardozzi. Short, compact swing right there, doesn't try to do too much. Good jump by Harper. You see Jewett getting down the line, waving Harper, and I thought it was going to be a lot closer than that. And Bryce Harper with a clap of the hands pointing to the Lombardozzi, and just like that, the Nats up 1-0 in game two.
Bloop walk and a line drive, and here's Jonathan Solano. 7 hits and 39 at-bats, spanning 21 games. Now Lombardozzi running, and that is a 6-3 double play. Rolling the dice with 1 out. With the pitcher on deck, maybe a worthy endeavor, but an unfortunate double play. Nats lead. The third coming up, Garcia, Schaefer, and Upton. Become a season plan holder for next year. Receive bonus e-cash and multi-year price locks. These special offers expire in 13 days, September 30th. Visit nationals.com/2014. Some restrictions apply. Tanner Roark 1 month ago tonight in that crazy 15-inning game started by Strasburg against Minor.
Well, just coming in doing his thing. It didn't matter whether he's starting, relieving. Had 4 wins out of the bullpen in 9 appearances. Got his first hit of his career, a double in the left center field gap, and did everything he could to help his ball club in that game.
4 innings, no runs, 1 hit, no walks, 5 strikeouts. So he got 12 outs on 51 pitches. Little did he know, Abad, Storin, Clippard, Soriano, Kroll, Stammen, and Herron would pitch after him that night as the Nats won it in 5 hours and 29 minutes, 8-7.
Just a few chunkers in that game.
They're still adding up the total pitches between the two ball clubs. Freddie Garcia 0 for 4 this year, but a 164 career hitter. Most of his career in the American League. Burst on the scene in '99 when, as a rookie, he won 17 games for Seattle. He was with the M's until midway through the '04 season, went to the White Sox and won 14 and 17 there. After some injuries, 12 more there. 12 with the Yankees 2 years ago. And at the age of 36, a couple of ball clubs that are contending still wanted him. First Baltimore and now Atlanta.
They had to go to AAA Norfolk first for Baltimore and then Gwinnett for Atlanta. He went 8-4 in AAA this year with a 3.56 and 14 starts.
Two balls, two strikes. Roark 34 pitches, 22 strikes, first 2 innings. And Garcia reaching for that.
I think Garcia's heart was in that swing, but the rest of his body wasn't. Kind of going back toward the Braves dugout as he was swinging at the pitch away.
That's paint. Tanner Roark's second strikeout. First time through, the Braves go 2 for 7 with a pair of singles. One a chopper off the plate, one a blooper.
Watch Garcia right here. Watch his first move. It's toward the Braves dugout. Really doesn't want anything to do with that pitch on the outer half. Not real comfortable swinging the bat.
Yeah, our Little League coaches used to call that stepping in the bucket. So that's 2 more Ks tonight, $37 for each to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health, thanks to our DC area Toyota dealers, helping children and their families with Toyota Ks for Kids. Jordan Schaefer hit the ball well first time. Adam LaRoche grabbed a tricky hopper and threw onto the pitcher for the out. Schaefer, 28 years of age, speedy outfielder, but just a .211 career hitter. Never been able to really take advantage of the speed. Came up with the Braves in '09. They drafted him in the 3rd round 4 years before that. And he's made stops with Houston a couple of years before coming back on a waiver deal last November. Tanner Roark continues to look like he's been in the big leagues for a couple of years. This man does not handle himself like a rookie.
It continues to look like he'll be in the big leagues the rest of his career. Be an interesting fight for that 5th slot in the rotation next spring training.
Fastball misses up high, and he will walk the speedy Jordan Schaefer, who has stolen 21 bases. When the Nats win, everybody does. All season long, when they win and score 7 or more, 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com with promo code NATS50. Valid at participating DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia locations. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's official pizza of your Washington Nationals. Upton struck out first time. On the attack early this time. About 25 minutes away from starting that game at Houston. 13-6 Mike Leake for the Reds. 7-7 Jordan Lyles for Bo Porter's Astros. Nice slider. 0-2. Wow, Solano holding the frame for a while. Nissan will track it.
Yeah, pretty good pitch right here. Run back fastball, 94. Looks like it got the bottom of the zone.
Tall umpire didn't give him the call on that one.
And I'm told that he's 6'7". Roark with a long look in right there. He wanted both of those calls. Didn't get them. That one a little bit lower, but Both calls could have went either way. They go the way of the veteran Upton.
Very important batter with that big RBI guy on deck. Freddie Freeman, one of the best in the business with the runners in scoring position. 2-2 pitch, Schaefer holding. Ground ball, Desmond. Lombardozzi. Safe at first. Ball just not hit quickly enough. The Nats get the lead runner. 2 outs.
Yeah, pretty good turn by Lombardozzi, and nice job by Adam LaRoche to try to sell the call. Watch LaRoche cheat off the bag early. He knows that Upton's going to be safe, so he's going to come off the bag just a click early. Watch this, to try to sell the call. It's a good job by a veteran first baseman trying to get out there, maybe even taking your foot off the bag a hair early, hoping you get the call, and the umpire hears that sound versus the sound of the cleat hitting the bag. Good call, he was clearly safe.
So here's Freeman, breaking ball. Solano blocks it. Justin Upton, by the way, 7 out of 8 stealing this year, but they're reluctant to take the bat out of Freddie Freeman's hands.
You see, that's another example, though, of a hitter, a really good hitter in a hitter's count, getting a fastball right down the middle, but being late on it. And we've seen some tardy swings by Brave hitters tonight on the row arc fastball. That 94 looks like it's playing 96, 97. And if you're wondering why, he's just finishing his delivery to where he's throwing through Jonathan Solano. Just really out in front. Getting on top of the ball to where it's got late life at the end.
Strike call. Remember earlier today, Nats were busting Freeman in before going away.
Yeah, 2-seam fastball, running it back for a strike.
And a breaking ball hit foul by Freeman.
I honestly think watching Freddie play all season long, this is when he becomes the most dangerous in a 2-strike count, to where he takes a lot out of his swing, spreads out, and just tries to put the ball in play. And he's a guy that has enough strength with that approach to find a gap. And it's refreshing because in today's game, you don't see a lot of RBI guys or power guys cut down their swing with 2 strikes. Guys aren't afraid to walk back to the dugout with a strikeout in today's game, and he's one guy that you see make the 2-strike adjustment. You see him right now, more spread out, choked up on the bat, trying to put the ball in play.
8th in batting average, 8th in on-base percentage, 8th in total hits. And that one's hit a long way to right center, but Denard Span is there, short of the track, and the walk, no problem. So no moonshot for Freddie Freeman right there. You've got 2 of the top 3 home run hitting teams in the league right here. 1-0, a moment in history. Brought to you by Volkswagen. The best thing ever event. Visit VWDealer.com. And the big train went CG against the Indians atop the AL standings on their way to the 1924 pennant, where they would beat the New York Giants in 7 games. And Walter Johnson lost his first 2 starts in that World Series. Won Game 7 in relief. It was one of 3 pennants won by the Senators. 24, 25, 33. And Tanner Roark has himself another base hit against the Atlanta Braves. 3rd Nats hit of the game.
Well, he can hit. Just a good athlete. We talk about it all the time, not waiting around for anything. You see that bat flat through the zone, getting on top. Simmons with a good effort right here, but trickles off his glove for a leadoff single here in the 3rd.
From time to time, we see his contingent from Wilmington, Illinois show up. He was an all-state quarterback there, and he was a baseball, football, basketball star at Wilmington High School. So that whole community knows about him and what he can do from an athletic standpoint.
Yeah, just a quiet bunch. They really don't know how to have fun in the bleachers at Wrigley Field.
I can imagine them on a Friday night in a high school football game having a blast.
That was great.
So here's Denard. Stanza number 2 in his hitting streak story for Game 2 tonight. 27 games in a row, bounced out to second base. First time up. Garcia off the stretch. Counts even, 1-1. Target in. Span looks at it on the inside edge. Strike 2.
I don't think Denard was convinced he was getting a fastball in a 1-1 count right there. Took 86 right down the middle. That's a pitch that we've seen him handle throughout this season, and especially during the streak.
Chris Johnson near the line at 3rd. Big hole between short and 3rd. And Span will pull it, and Tony Tarasco gets out of the way.
He's still moved down there. He's still in Tanner Roark. He can't get me. I'll steal quick.
Span pulls it, fair ball. Freeman, and there's no chance to get Span on the return throw. Don't even know why the Braves did that, because it cost him 90 feet and maybe 180. And then Uggla fans on the throw. Span still coming. Out.
That is one of the strangest plays you'll ever see. I mean, initially, you're just thinking if you're in the first base dugout, great, you're getting to second base. Span thinking more because Dan Uggla going away from the play gets all the way to 3rd. And then this is where it gets weird. Dan Uggla fans on the throw. He goes to throw the baseball. Watch this. Oops. And then recovers just in time to make a throw to Freeman, who relays it to the plate. And I don't know if they got him. And watch Denard Span getting it. He runs out of gas right around 3rd base. Right about here, he slows down. Jewett waving him, and he had to turn it on again, and that might have been the difference. Pretty good tag by Laird if he did get him. Let's see it right here. Did he get him? Yeah, he did.
Got him.
Good call by Jordan Baker right on top of it.
Error on Simmons on the first throw. Well, now they've taken the error off the board. They had an error up there on the out. It's 4-3-2. And that's a guy trying to get 4 bags on a fielder's choice. Yeah, they do give an error for Span to go to second and third. Zimmerman up the middle, base hit. Ryan with a top spinner.
Well, just thinking about it on the fly, the guy that made that play is Freddie Freeman, because Uggla kind of Cadillac-ed after the ball. He flipped it to Freddie Freeman, and Freeman, the only guy, heads up to relay the ball to Gerald Laird. I mean, Uggla in less than a hurry once he fanned on the throw. Maybe he was embarrassed about the way the ball slipped out of his hands, but he just grabbed that lightly, threw it softly to Freeman, who had to put some giddy up on it. And the one thing we've learned about Freeman defensively, he has the best arm for a first baseman in the big league. He's got a cannon over there, and he used it.
Yeah, Ryan probably just said, thanks, you cost me an RBI. Worth lined out to short. Nats are getting some pretty good swings on Freddie Garcia here. They already have more hits tonight than they did in 8 innings against him in a hitter's ballpark up in Baltimore.
And I think where it broke down for the Nats is right around third base, where Denard wasn't thinking about scoring and had to turn it on again after he kind of decelerated going into third base. Was surprised. Didn't really have any idea what was going on behind him. That's a rough play for a base runner.
Totally depending on the coach there. And Worth will take one low.
That's a good take. That's a pitch that Freddie Garcia wants you to swing at right there.
You see a fastball here? Why not? Harper on deck. Nats already have the lead. And Worth will take it. It might have been a little away for his 3-0 taste. Outside. Runner was going. Worth walks. And in this inning, Freddie Garcia's only retired 1 hitter out of the 4 he's faced. Big spot now for Bryce Harper. Garcia gives up his 2nd walk. Bryce blooped a single. Stole a base, later scored after he hit one near the chalk line left field. So Harper 1 for 2 career against Freddie Garcia. Got off speed on the diving curveball first time.
It's so hard to tell what Garcia throws. His slider's 79, his split's in the 79-mile-an-hour range, his changeup's 80. So he has 3 pitches that are very similar in speed. And that might have been the split right there, straight down.
Mercedes-Benz will try to track it.
I see the release point if we can pick it up. Does he have his finger split? Yeah, that's a split figure right there to Bryce, 80 miles an hour, straight down. Tumbling in there hard. Goes into his glove with that grip and then changes. Or keeps it, depending on the pitch.
A bouncer gets away. Zimmerman, he is in there. Great secondary lead. And I know you and I've talked about this over the last couple of years. Not a blazer, but that's one of the best base runners in the league.
Well, you know why he did that? He figured he's going to go to the split again to Harper. He threw him 2, so why not 3? Zimmerman looking at it right in front of him. As soon as it hits the dirt, takes off. And with 2 outs, imperative, obviously, that you make it. You look at the big dive from Zimmerman right there, trying to get into third. And that might take away the split from Garcia. So you're saying, well, why did he advance to third with 2 outs? Well, now Garcia's got to think twice about bouncing that split to Harper that he's thrown him 3 times. Sometimes just getting to third with 2 outs will elevate the off speed from a pitcher.
Boy, Ryan landed a long time before he slid into that bag. That was some great video with our Exmo. 1-2 to Harper. Driven in 51 runs this year. Nats lead by 1. There goes Worth. Harper strikes out. 79 upstairs. So in the inning, 2 hits, a walk, a wild pitch, but the Nats can't break through.
Let's check out that whole play one more time. A lot of stuff to point out. First of all, the error by Simmons on the return throw. Good feed by Freddie Freeman. Simmons throws it away. And then this is where it gets weird. Uggla runs down here. I'm going to throw the ball. I'm going to throw the ball to Freddie Freeman. He just flips it to Freeman. And here's where Freeman makes the play. Just steps up and throws a cannon. Great tag by Gerald Laird. A blind tag, just reaches back. Span with a little stumble coming around third. That was the difference. But look at Laird. No idea where the runner was. A lot like we saw with Kurt Suzuki. And look at his reaction. Wow. And I think he knows that he was lucky. Just the fact that he turned around blindly and stuck his glove right into Denard Span's shin to get the out. It was the right call.
Yeah, and every time I've looked at that replay, you realize what a great throw that was by Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, he's got a gun.
I mean, it took a perfect throw to get Span. Top of the fourth, Evan Gattis, a rocket, stabbed by LaRoche first time. And that one is foul. He was way out ahead of that off speed from Tanner Roark, who's averaging 19 pitches per inning. Braves have made him battle here. He's given up 2 hits and a walk, struck out 2.
And looking back on it, hindsight being 20/20, maybe a better gamble with 2 outs with Denard Span than a 1-out play with the heart of your order coming up. But, you know, you're not anticipating a stumble around third. When you have to make that decision, you're basing it, if you're Trent Jewett, on a lollipop throw from Dan Uggla to Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
That's what made him send him.
Roark with a nasty breaking ball. Solano steps out into a throwing lane and guns down Evan Gattis, and strikeout number 3 for Tanner Roark.
Yeah, pretty good downer right here. Curveball. Gattis obviously went too far, but the off speed from Roark has been just as impressive as his fastball.
That was interesting. Gattis dropped his bat right out in front of home plate, and Solano had to deal with it. Strike 1. Chris Johnson, league's leading hitter, bounced out to Desmond first time. Michael Cuddyer awaits as Colorado plays St. Louis in about a half hour. Denard Span just cruising right into that. 2 outs, bases empty. Bid now on game-worn jerseys, and a chance to be a part of it when the Nats give you jerseys off their backs after the game on Sunday. Harper, Jordan Zimmerman, Span, Lombardozzi, and Ramos available for auction at nationals.com/auction till 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Stop by the Dream Foundation kiosk out not too far from where Johnny and Ray are. You can pick up tickets, raffle tickets for your chance to win a player jersey. Gerald Laird infield hit off home plate, first time up. Counts even 1-1. He could use a quick inning. And a breaking ball that Laird will reach for and foul off. 17 pitches first inning, then 17 again, and then 23 because of a walk in the third. Three and two. Uggla, 2 consecutive hits in this doubleheader. On deck. That's outside. Kinetic North America will check this.
He tried to backdoor the two-seam fastball. Solano reaches out, tries to frame it as a strike, but it just misses away. Look at the misses, all close.
Fastball up. 2 Ks in the inning, 4 in the game.
And a fist pump from Tanner Roark. He's fired up, folks. Check this out. Gets the strike, little emotion. Everybody fired up in game 2. Cox, Contour Reshapes TV, completely around you, recommending more of what you like to watch. 1-0 Nationals heading to the bottom of the 4th. Tanner Roark doing his thing, but how about Bryce Harper doing his thing? Reaches on a soft single to left field. Climbs aboard, then steals second base, gets tired of first. What new? Rips second easily, and then Lombardozzi, who every time he gets in, seems to help the ball club do something to win a game. Puts him on top, 1-0 with the RBI single to right.
Difference in the ball game. Desmond LaRoche, Lombardozzi, bottom of the 4th, and that is beyond the reach of Johnson. Looked like he got a piece of it. And Gaddis will pick it up, and Ian Desmond's hit the ball hard twice. He hit that laser beam of a shot to left, caught by Gaddis first time.
Well, if Johnson doesn't get a piece of this, it's down the corner. It's a leadoff double. So the fact that he did just get a glove on it slowed it down enough for Evan Gaddis to get over here. Down the left field line and hold Desmond to a single.
Adam LaRoche walked first time up. Nats have 5 hits already. They've been given 2 walks.
You would think a perfect time for Ian Desmond to join the 2020 club right here. Nats have been running silly on Freddie Garcia.
Yeah, and he doesn't throw that hard. Presents some challenges for his catcher. That'll be a strike. Gerald Laird, by the way, trying to get some help from his pitching staff. 7 for 22, throwing out runners, including Bryce Harper's steal tonight. That's a fastball high in the zone, 0-2. Could this be a good time? Despite being way behind in the count. Bound to be some kind of jump ball pitch to a left-hander.
Well, Ian Desmond just talked to CB Buckner at first base, saying that, or maybe it was Tony Tarasco, but he's trying to get a read on Garcia, and I think he's talking about his front shoulder maybe moving before he starts to the plate. And he's looking at Buckner again, saying he thinks that's a balk. He's seen something over there that he's not comfortable with.
Not a big lead by Ian. And LaRoche high in the air, but hooking.
Kind of a good shot right here, what Ian Desmond's seeing in his lead. It's not Garcia's best move, just a token throw over.
Runner holding. LaRoche on a pitch away. Strikes out. No contact. Third K for Freddie Garcia. For the Achiever and You PNC Bank with our minor league report. We're kind of looking at all the minor leaguers and all levels combined and the guys who had the best on-base percentage. Billy Burns, the organization play of the year. Cutter Dykstra, Lenny Dykstra's son, intriguing guy at the single-A level. We've heard a lot about Steven Souza and, of course, Tyler Moore this year.
Call them all up.
Bert.
Except for Tyler Moore's here.
Burns hit .315 at single-A, double-A. And swiped 74 bases. Lombardozzi base hit, RBI first time. Batting .254, and he's over .250 from the left side of the plate. Desmond still a pretty short lead. I guess a right-handed pitcher. Jumping off and stopping the Braves pitch out. Ball 2.
Bold pitch out right there by Freddie Garcia, moving it to a 2-0 count to Lombardozzi. Thought he saw something, guessed that Desmond was going, and guessed wrong.
You would think he'd want to throw a strike on 2-0, and you would think they wouldn't pitch out again. So we could have some action on this one. Desmond leaning, holding. Lombardozzi, little flare, left center, ball falling. It's on the ground. Desmond stops at second. Steve Lombardozzi, 2 for 2.
Give him a chance, he makes something happen. Second of the night for Lombardozzi, nicely placed. Little lob wedge into left field. Got an off-speed pitch. And Gaddis playing pretty deep for Lombardozzi up the other way.
Yeah, he was.
And funny that Simmons didn't even try for that ball. Garcia frustrated, obviously, by the blue pit by Lombardozzi, but Andrelton Simmons didn't even go back on that. I guess just kind of used to seeing Ian Desmond range over his shoulder to make plays on that ball. He just thought his left fielder had it.
Solano hit the daylights out of the ball first time. And with Lombardozzi on the move, lined out into a double play to the shortstop. So he's up there again with 2 on 1 out. It was 1st and 3rd that time. 1st and 2nd here for the aggressive Jonathan Solano.
Guy has got to be heads up right here is Lombardozzi on the backside of an Ian Desmond steal. You got to get a good jump too, because a lot of times a team will throw for the trail runner to second base instead of the lead runner.
Solano, another double play ball, this one on the ground, 6-4-3. Nats, their share of hits, 6 already, but a 1-0 game after 4. Association for Global Security Professionals with our sideline report. Good afternoon. Well, it was good afternoon. Now it's good evening. Long day, Julie.
That's right. It is a long day, but a great day at that. And you know, there was so much extra motivation for Dan Herron and this ball club to do well in game 1 of this doubleheader. And he said, I really, really, really wanted to do well. He said, driving over the bridge to get here, I was thinking about all of the events that transpired. And I knew it was so important for me to make the people watching feel good. I know there weren't that many people here at the stadium, he said, but just to fire a few people up and to wear those blue patriotic uniforms, to have the red, white, and blue W on my chest and the Navy hats. He said, I know there's more to life than baseball, but really proud of the way the guys came together, and we are not going down without a fight. Great words from Dan Herron, a great performance from him today as well.
Yeah, Dan was good. Didn't get the win, but he kept it reasonable. 1 run, 3 hits in 6 innings. When he left the game, he was the winning pitcher of record. Davey Johnson joked a little tongue-in-cheek after the game. He said, my well-rested bullpen gave up some important runs. Felt good that the Nats were able to come back and win. Davey kind of hinting that maybe they need to pitch every day to be really, really good.
We also walked into the press conference after game 1 and said, little rewrite problem, guys? Talking to the beat writers.
Some of them had their stories written after the top of the ninth.
It's a good line.
Yeah. Well, until that time, the Nats and the Braves had done little to lead them to believe that something different was about to happen. I mean, in all honesty, up here, we didn't see it coming. But we did see something, FP, and you spotted it. First couple of pitches from Kimbrel was not the Craig Kimbrel that we're used to. So that's strikeout number 5 as Roark gets Uggla. Nissan will track a big breaker here.
And look at the curveball, but look at the location away from Uggla. I mean, it's a guy that's insistent on pulling the baseball all season long. I think that's the main reason his numbers are where they're at, to where his average far below 200. And in my opinion, Dan Uggla, far too good a hitter to be hitting under 200.
Yep.
And I think it's just a case where, you know, he did have some eye problems throughout the season, but every time you see him, he is insistent on pulling the baseball.
Desmond on 1 pitch. Simmons retired, and now down to Freddie Garcia. Well, tomorrow night we'll wrap up this series. Ross Ohlendorf and rookie Alex Wood. Of course, Ross is 4-0, 15 games, 6 starts. And then the Fish are coming, and Steven Strasburg will be on the mound Thursday night. So there's your rest of the home schedule for 2013 in the next 5. Hard to believe. Garcia struck out looking first time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Garcia levels off and lines one to Lombardozzi. And for Tanner Roark, 8 hitters retired in a row. He will lead off. Look out for that. Nationals Park, cool night. Good ball game. 1-0 Washington. Bottom of the 5th, Roark, Span, and Zimmerman. And if your batting average is almost 3 times as high as your earned run average, you're doing pretty well.
It's a good thing.
Sitting .333, and his ERA is 1.13 through 5 innings here tonight.
Unless you're hitting 800.
Correct. I don't know, that'd still be 2 something, high 2s. Well, that was nasty. Freddie Garcia says, okay, buddy, you had a hit. I'm going to pitch you like a regulation hitter.
Yeah. And Houston not trying. Cincinnati up 4-0 in the first.
Yeah, they had the bases loaded, 1 out with 1 run in. Now they've added 3 more in a hurry. Tough thing about this time of the year. Got to get help. Pretty good take. It's a breaking ball that looked like a strike for a while.
He's seen it big.
That's a pretty good pitch. Freddie Garcia, 4th K. So 2 times through the lineup, the Nats 2 walks, 6 hits. Your mission, our commitment. Visit agilitycorp.com. And the longest hitting streaks in franchise history. Denard's now within 3 games of Ryan Zimmerman's early in the 2009 season. And within 4 of Vladimir Guerrero, who, by the way, officially announced his retirement over the weekend, even though he hadn't been in the big leagues in 2 years. Span 0 for 2. Pulled a couple of ground balls. One to the second baseman, and then that crazy fielder's choice on which he tried to score. Span, there it is. 28 games in a row, the longest in baseball this year. And a great piece of contact the other way. "45 hits during a 28-game hitting streak."
That ball going out. And how about that, folks? 28 games and counting for Denard Span. The hits just keep coming every single day.
You know how hard it is to keep a hitting streak going when you're playing a doubleheader? I mean, you get a bunch of at-bats, but
I actually do, yes.
you know, it's just hard to fathom. I mean, there's a certain amount of pressure on every at-bat. You went for 18 in a row once. Did you have a doubleheader or two in the middle of that?
I believe there was. But nothing like that. 28 games. I mean, the subplots in this season as you come down the stretch are just fantastic. Whether it's, Denard Span with the longest hitting streak in baseball, Jordan Zimmermann going for a 20-win season, Ian Desmond trying to be only the 5th shortstop in Major League history with consecutive 2020 seasons.
Worth in a batting race.
I mean, this is just great stuff all over the place. And that's on top of still being in the wild card.
1 on, 1 out. That'll be a called strike on the outside corner. Mercedes-Benz will have a look.
A well-located fastball. Brought it back just. Looks like it might have nipped the front corner.
Same pitch. Ryan Zimmerman very capable of taking that pitch to the scoreboard or beyond. He's got a great right center stroke. A lot of his hits and home runs right up the middle. And that was split action on that. Strikeout number 5, 2 Ks in the inning. Worth coming in, and here at 8:30 at Nationals Park, another pivotal game for the Nationals, trying to keep the Braves from clinching in this series. A win tonight would prevent that. Bob F. Piangiuli right here on MASN 2 after we watched a scintillating 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th comeback today. Worth 0 for 1 with a walk. Span running, swing and a miss. Throw on target late. And Denard Span has number 18.
A great throw by Gerald Laird right there. Garcia sped up his delivery. Braves did everything right. Except for Denard Span just got a great jump and just gets in there. Watch Garcia speeding up his delivery. Gives the ball to Laird in time to have a chance at Span. Uggla with a quick tag. And maybe the Nats caught a break. Watch the throw by Laird. That's perfect, folks. On a hop, right on the money. And the hop might have been the difference. Did he get him before his foot got in there? Looks like he did.
Nats get a big break and a runner to scoring position.
No argument from Uggla, though.
And Worth just hammers that ball foul. Count goes to 0-2.
Denard Span is just playing out of his mind. Whether it's defense, the hitting streak, the stolen bases. I mean, he's become a force. It's something that Mike Rizzo was hoping for from opening day, but it's manifested itself late in the season where maybe a better leadoff hitter.
No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, we talked to Ryan Zimmerman about this at Citi Field last week. There is no coincidence between what Span is doing now and how Ryan has prospered in the number 2 spot and the guys behind him. Because the leadoff guy's getting hits, he's on base, pitchers off the stretch. Pressure, constant pressure on the opposition. Tonight they just lacked that big 2-out hit. And that one's popped up with Span on the move. Jordan Schaefer puts it away. The Nats will strand their 5th runner. So Denard Span all over the bases again tonight. Serves one to left center. 28-game hitting streak with 45 base hits. From behind to win today. Now, if Abe would win this race, would this be a possible omen for the Nats to sweep?
I don't know, but George has got it in the bag. He's got an X by his name. He's mathematically clinched it.
He has?
Yeah, 25-14.
No, Teddy. Abe's got 23. Now, who is that? Who is that? Some kind of robotic bird? Is that the pigeon from the other day?
Yeah, maybe
Sunday?
That's probably the rally pigeon. I'm going with that.
They are so clever. Well, I've got Abe for 23 now. We'll have to double check. Let's see, that'd be 48. That's about the right number of home games. 5 left. So Abe had 21 coming into today, and he's won both races.
Oh, all right. And Teddy.
Oh, boy. I hope that's the Atlanta show. Lombardozzi takes care of that one. So does Tanner Roark. And now he's retired 9 straight since the Schaefer walk back in the 3rd inning. So the Braves box score shows 2 hits. Back-to-back. A chopper off the plate by Laird, 2 outs 1st inning, and then the bloop by Uggla. And that is it. There's Justin Upton. And that's a great first pitch breaking ball. Did he break his bat, missing a pitch?
So good that he did not like the bat and the way it acted.
Okay.
So
maybe he went back for a longer one.
He's putting that bad bat back and getting a good one.
He put the bad bat back. Okay, got it.
And I actually said it right, which after 5 hours on TV is a miracle.
To the 80 pitch mark, but much more efficient last couple of innings. He was at 57 through 3. There's a good running fastball. 1-2. Ride that high heater again to the outside edge. Upton 0 for 4 career against Tanner Roark.
Might try to expand with that slider away and make it look like a fastball that he just threw and get a chase strike 3. See where they go. Going fastball in.
We'll see if that sets up something away.
Solano put down curveball, he shook. Then he put down slider and he shook. Then he went fastball away, shook to a fastball in. So went with choice number 4 from Jonathan right there. Maybe wanting to get to the slider here or the fastball away.
Lined into right, and Jason Worth is right there. 2 outs, and that's important to keep the bases clean with Freddie Freeman coming up. Tomorrow night, finale of this 3-game series, and we'll say bye to the Braves until maybe October, you never know. First 20,000 fans receive Nats headphones presented by T-Mobile. You must enter through the center field gate to receive it. And that's while supplies last. Some restrictions apply. Nationals.com/tickets. Freeman trying to ride that 92 the other way, but still late.
Just mixing it up nice, in out with the fastball, throwing the curveball for a strike. Crowd's starting to get into it here, bouncing the curveball when he needs to. Like that.
Got him. Off speed, down and away.
How good has Tanner Roark been, folks? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable.
Tonight, Ross Ohlendorf, kind of a storybook season of his own, just like Tanner Roark. He's 3-0 in 6 starts. He's 4-0 with a 3.15 ERA overall. 6:30 Nats Extra. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark, and then what the Nats hope might be a chance to sweep. Long way to go in this one. Bottom of the 6th. Home team on top. Harper, Desmond, LaRoche. 69th pitch coming from Freddie Garcia. Fastball, and Bryce rolls it over to the second baseman. 1 out. Nats box, 1 scoring inning when Harper led off with a bloop. Desmond lined out hard, but Bryce stole second. After LaRoche walked, Steve Lombardozzi delivered a 1 out. Base hit to right. Lombardozzi has a 2-hit night, spans 5th inning single, 28 games in a row now. Desmond has hit the ball hard twice. And Chris Johnson probably not feeling too comfortable playing even with the bag at third.
Yeah, I don't think Ian Desmond's bunting, and it's kind of a curious position for Johnson to play right now. Anytime Ian Desmond has bunted this year, you see him back up.
Yeah, now after 1 pitch, he goes back about 6 steps, and another laser goes flying by.
And anytime Desmond's bunted this year, it's been to first base. I don't recall him ever laying one down to third base, but now Johnson back in a more safe spot. He's got to play in the game. He'll come in, move back. That's what third basemen do against a guy they think's going to bunt. Give him different looks.
Even though it was upstairs, the change of speed's effective for Garcia. Kinetic North America will track it.
Wow, watch Ian Desmond let the throttle out on this one. Not where you want an off-speed pitch. Desmond just a little out in front.
And he gets him in the dirt. Freddie Garcia, 6 strikeouts. And now this year in 14 innings nearly, the Nats have 1 run against him. Fly the friendly skies on Friday. Marlins are here. First 15,000 fans. Get a carry-on travel kit presented by United Airlines. Center field gates only to receive it. And that's while supplies last. Some restrictions apply. Nationals.com/tickets. And Adam LaRoche, the bat heading right into the dugout.
Bat boys got it. Check it out, see if it's damaged. Sometimes they can crack on impact. The vibration of the contact kind of knocked the bat out of his hand mid-swing. I want to see that kind of stuff on Exmo. You know, this time of year, getting back to that carry-on thing, I need a new one. When you've traveled as much as we have for 6 months, the one I'm featuring right now is kind of gnarly. It's got all kinds of crusty toothpaste in there. And
oh, good. What else?
dried up deodorant. Just, you know, hey, late in the season, all those guys need new travel kits. Carry on stuff.
Adam LaRoche to right. Ball carrying just short of the track. Things have cooled off in the district here, and you've got to hit one really well to get it out. 7th inning now in a 1-0 game.
the batter's box, whatever he does something to help the ball club. And in a big way tonight, I mean, right from the get-go, just pounding the strike zone with his fastball. Hitting his spots. He and Jonathan Solano working great together. Good tempo, good chemistry. He's digging the pitches that Solano's calling. He's executing the game plan perfectly. And pointing at his catcher, giving a little bit of love.
Here comes pitch number 91. And Evan Gattis gets one down low and rides it to left. But Bryce Harper is there. That ball had enough late dip on it that Gattis just couldn't get all of it. One pitch out. One out, top 7.
Well, that fooled me. I thought he got him. I'm not going to lie.
By the way, this is a new uncharted piece of the seas for Tanner Roark. His first 2 starts, 6 innings. At Miami, at New York. Wins both of them. And now he's trying to go 7 for the first time. And he just keeps on pumping the ball over the plate. Chris Johnson is grounded to short and lined out, kind of a looping liner out to Span. 0 for 2.
I mean, it's just the body language and the presence on the mound to where, I mean, the stuff has been great, obviously, but he's on the mound and he's ready to throw and he's ready to come at you. There's a spark to his game and a twinkle in his eye that's just translating to what he's done since he's become a major leaguer. But I mean, he has a presence on the mound. There's energy on the mound. And a lot of times you don't see that with the pitcher. They're trying to slow the game down. They're focusing on, you know, the pitch and their mechanics. And he's just, hey, here I am. Let's go. Let's play baseball. You gotta love it, don't you?
3 years ago at the trading deadline, the Nats knew Christian Guzman was going to be replaced at shortstop by Ian Desmond. They traded Guzman to Texas. The player they got, Tanner Roark. And Lombardozzi, a little basket catch right over the top of LaRoche's cap there. 2 outs.
That little pop-up turned into a mini adventure for LaRoche and Lombardozzi right there. And just another good pitch from Roark, getting in on Chris Johnson, a guy hitting .330.
Gerald Laird. Roark's batting spot, by the way, coming up 3rd in the bottom of the 7th. And the bullpen has just sprung into action. Looks like Davey might be very happy to get 7 from him and take it from there. Should get a great ovation if he comes off and gets this out. Upstairs, 1-1. Craig Stammen up in a hurry. Storen pitched this afternoon. Clippard pitched this afternoon. Matthews and then Kroll and Ian able to get the win when the Nats rallied. Slider outside. "26-year-old Tanner Roark. He'll have a birthday October 5th. Rides the fastball and the count's even 2-2. Taking that breaking ball and hooking it to left, and Bryce Harper right there. And this is going to be a great ovation for Tanner Roark. 7 shutout innings on 2 hits. Hyundai, brought to you by the Hyundai Clearance Countdown. Visit your local Hyundai dealers this week. Cool night, jackets on, jeans on, game on for Tanner Roark, who just left to a great ovation, and he got quite a greeting in his own dugout.
Well, check this out. When he shakes Davey Johnson's hand, he says, "You're done." He said, "I am? Watch. That's it?" And he could read his lips. Davey Johnson said, "You're done for the night," and Tanner Roark said, "That's it."
101 pitches, 67 strikes.
What a night for Tanner Roark.
Freddie Garcia not bad as well. One guy he hasn't been able to get out is Lombardozzi, who's 2 for 2. RBI hit to right, and then a flare that fell into left center. So with a pinch hitter coming up 2 spots from now, it would be huge to get somebody on base here. Garcia goes off speed, 1-1. His batting spot is due up third in the top of the 8th. Lombardozzi right side. Freeman backhand. Garcia to the bag. 1 out. Don't forget about the scarf giveaway. Fantastic Fan Alley Sunday. First 25,000 fans receive a Nat scarf presented by Coca-Cola. You must enter through the center field gates to receive it. Some restrictions apply, and also random giveaways and prizes throughout the game. Celebrating with our great fans. Go to nationals.com/tickets.
What you can't see in that promo is on the back of the scarf, it says Natitude. Huge. And its rival in the headphones is the best giveaway of the year.
Scott Downs. Nats got up to about 2,463,000 or so. So sometime during this homestand, maybe Thursday. Well, maybe, yeah, Thursday might be the time. They're going to go over 2.5 million in attendance here. Tracy waiting. Solano takes one up and away, 1-1. Jonathan Julie finally getting a start tonight. Ramos sits for the first time in 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, I think Davey Johnson probably had to pry the catcher's mask off of Wilson Ramos after starting 24 straight games behind the dish. He told Randy Johnson in the clubhouse after, he said, "I want this next one." Obviously, they decided to sit him. Jonathan Solano said to me in the dugout, "It's my time."
Chad Tracy now. Solano's had a couple of at-bats tonight where he's lined out hard. And here's Chad Tracy, pinch hitting in the 7th. He's 0 for 3 career against Freddie Garcia. Tracy and Hairston, as well as Tyler Moore, guys on the bench who have faced Garcia before.
Jonathan's job is to keep putting down the right fingers back there tonight, because he's done a nice job to this point.
Yep. Any offense you get, a bonus. Tracy pinch hit in the 9th inning today and had a wonderful at bat with a ground ball to the right side that drove in a run, and then moved another run, the tire, over to third base, and then Span did his thing. Simmons the error, game over. Tracy on a hop. Dan Uggla stays with it, and the Nats go quickly in the bottom of the 7th. It's up to the bullpen now. Craig Stammen on the way. ball game. The Nats bullpen 6 outs to get. Tyler Clippard gave up a home run today, so Craig Stammen gets to do something he doesn't often do, and that's pitch the 8th inning in a very close game.
Well, let's start with Dan Uggla, a guy that swung the bat decent. I think Tanner Roark did a nice job last time against Uggla with making him beat him away with the off speed. But how about Tanner Roark? I mean, how good was he tonight? Just pounding the strike zone, doing his thing. Got him a run. He made it stand through 7 innings. And like we said, every time he takes them out, he makes something happen. And especially good with his off speed tonight. I thought his curveball was fantastic, dropping it in there off the table, off the 94, 93 that Braves hitters really didn't have a chance against. They were late all night.
You know, there's a chance in this series that the Nats could win games pitched by Dan Haren, Tanner Roark, and tomorrow Ross Ohlendorf. So if these guys can pull this off, then you got the big 3 going.
Well, yeah, and you also have the advantage of the ballpark playing big right now. I mean, it's a cool night here. The wind kind of blowing in a little bit from left field, and the Braves, a team that likes the home run. You have the advantage of cold weather here as you come down the stretch.
Craig Stammen buries one low and away, 8th inning underway. He faces Dan Uggla. That one, a good fastball to the inside corner. Uggla career against Stammen 5 for 21 with a double, couple of walks. Great slider, strike 2, but he didn't get the call. I thought it was a called strike.
I thought it was a good pitch. Let's see it again. And a slider down and away. Yeah, I have no idea where that missed.
Wow. Nissan on the pitch track. Hard to believe they even thought about appealing a swing. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Almost identical pitch right there. Same pitch, slider down away. This one maybe a little bit higher. Well, big pitch coming, needless to say.
Uggla more at bats against Stammen than anybody on the Atlanta roster. Jordan Walden, who can really bring it, waiting for the bottom of the 8th. And Uggla went that time, tossed his bat, maybe tried to sell it. And it's Craig Stammen with the strikeout.
Boy, nerves of steel right there for Stammen, going 3-2 slider down the way. Obviously the pitch to Uggla, but in a 3-2 count in a 1-run game, a pitch that wasn't a strike, and Uggla couldn't hold up. He was convinced he was getting a fastball. Stammen went with a 4th slider in that sequence to get Uggla, who went too far, to strike out.
Here's Andrelton Simmons, who's 0 for 6 against Stammen. Great slider and a big swing by the 8-hole hitting shortstop.
Well, that's what the Braves try to do. When they're behind, they'll try to jump you with the homer. Obviously, they've hit a ton this year, but they're not about get them on, get them over, get them in late in the game. They're thinking one thing.
Switch hitting Elliot Johnson on deck. Stammen with another strikeout. Keeping the ball away, close enough to be tantalizing, and he has struck out 2 right-handed batters.
He made it a strike for about 50 feet, and when Simmons had to make his decision, the ball looked like it was going to be a fastball away. Right about here, it's a strike all the way, and that's how you get the swing through. Broke down away late. Right there, Simmons thinks it's a strike. Doesn't pick up the rotation. Nice sequence to back-to-back Braves hitters.
Elliot Johnson 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter with Kansas City. 0 for 1 with the Braves since coming over. Facing Craig Stammen for the first time. Johnson led off this afternoon, had a couple of hits, scored 2 runs, double, single, stole third. Running fastball, he's got a base hit. Didn't try to pull it, just took it right up the middle. And that's the first base hit for the Braves since Dan Uggla's bloop back in the second.
Johnson, a guy that can run, and you would think that he will try to challenge Stammen and Solano somewhere in this sequence.
Tanner Roark, by the way, retired his last 14 batters. It went to 16 here before that hit by Johnson. And here's Schaefer. Yeah, Elliot Johnson this year, 20 steals in 21 attempts. He's running. Solano guns it, but it's way high. Desmond kind of jumping around trying to deke the runner into thinking he had missed it.
Had him with a good throw. Stammen sped up his delivery, gave it to Solano quick. Watch, good throw, has him, I think. Yeah, if it's down, he's got him. Solano rushed it, launched it, and now you got to go to work.
Jordan Schaefer against Craig Stammen, career 0 for 1 with a walk. Every pitch vital in a 1-0 ball game, 8th inning. '88 by him.
Good slider under his hands. Double barrels in the Nats bullpen.
Yeah, Cedeno's been great situational appearances, and Ryan Matthews pitched this afternoon. Gave up an unearned run.
And this game just has that kind of October feel to a cool night here at Nats Park. 1-0 ball game. Every pitch so huge. Every play on defense. Every 90 feet.
Fastball away.
I don't think you have to give in here. The slider under Schaefer's hands may be the pitch. He's been aggressive in these counts throughout his career.
Justin Upton, by the way, 1 for 9 career against Stammen.
With runners in scoring position.
3-1 to Schaefer. That's a good heater.
I have no idea what Jordan Schaefer was looking for right there. Just took a 3-1 fastball right down the middle with the tying run on second.
Crowd jumping to its feet here. It's a pennant race on the 17th of September. Something a lot of us and a lot of folks thought was not possible a couple of weeks ago. Got him on a slider. Stammen strikes out Schaefer. This one goes to the bottom of the 8th with the top of the order coming up. Craig Stammen shining out of the Nats bullpen.
Brought to you by Kia. Visit kia.com, or why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. And what else would we give the Kia drive of the game to? The Denard Span single last time up, 5th inning. It was getting a little hairy there, and he decided to extend the streak to 28, his 3rd at-bat. Standing ovation from the crowd here at Nats Park, and it's just been fun to watch this guy play baseball at its highest level, whether it's been at the plate, on the bases, or in center field. He has been some kind of fun to watch.
Right-hander Jordan Walden can really bring it. 49th appearance of the year, a right-hander who actually comes off the rubber and his feet lose contact with the ground during his delivery. They got him from the Angels in the Tommy Hanson deal last November, and he's been pretty good for Atlanta with that .278 ERA. 52 strikeouts in 45 innings.
Yeah, 3-pitch guy, fastball averaging 95, slider averaging 82, and a changeup averaging 86.
Quite an 8th by Stammen. Nats hoping to make it quite a bottom of the 8th. And to his left, Chris Johnson able to handle that.
The best thing about Denard's streak, when you talk about it being the longest streak in the big leagues, is the Nats are 21-6 during that streak. Right. So it's not like he's just being, you know, on a bad team and getting his hits. And I mean, what he's done is help this ball club turn its season around. So I mean, that in and of itself has to be the most satisfying part for Denard, to where his hitting streak meant something, right? And is meaning something.
Ryan Zimmerman, 3 for 3 with a double and a home run against Jordan Walden. And you can understand why he'd be up there hacking. Rafael Soriano, 2nd in the league behind Craig Kimbrell in saves. Kimbrell blew his 48th today, so he has 47 and Soriano 41.
Well, he'll only have to get out Upton, Freeman, and Gaddis.
Yeah, at least it's not a tough 9th inning. Zimmerman hammers one. Deep right center. See you later. 2-0 Nationals. Huge. And Zimmerman 4 for 4 career against Walden. That's his 25th of the year. And that's 10 home runs in the last 15 games for Ryan Zimmerman.
Huge. Gives the Buffalo to the Buffalo, and I mean, that ball was hit. Cold night at Nats Park, ball going nowhere. Ryan Zimmerman gets a fastball right down the middle, lets it get deep and rides it out the other way to make this ball game 2-0. Huge.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago, we gave Ryan Zimmerman no chance of equaling his home run total from last year when he hit 25 and drove in 95 runs. So here he is at 25, and the Nats double their lead. Jason Worth, 1 ball, 1 strike, 0 for 2 with a walk. Worth his 2 for 10 career against Walden.
He looked surprised right there that the ball got out. He knew he hit it well, but you know, he saw first game today, some balls hit by Upton and Worth hitting the top of the fence. And the ball not really traveling at Nats Park because of the cool weather. But that didn't matter.
That 2-1 to Worth, and that misses, ball 3. That's the 4th home run given up this year by Walden in 46 innings. And the Nats are finally doing something against this Braves bullpen. That was Powder River, 95 down the inner half, and Worth went after it. Next up, Bryce Harper. MLB.TV, celebrating 11 years. Keep up with the pennant races. Catch the rest of this season in HD. It includes a free subscription to MLB at Bat, the #1 sports app of all time. Worth reaching out and flies one to left. Evan Gattis, 2 outs. Bryce Harper, 1 plate appearance against Jordan Walden, and he was walked intentionally.
You see the home run swing by Ryan Zimmerman one more time, 25th of the year. Head down the baseball, rolling the top hand. Some high 10s back in the Nats dugout. Ian Desmond taking his helmet off, as he always does. Big swing of the bat.
Harper 1 for 3 tonight. And that one bounces.
I mean, when you're facing Upton, Freeman, and Gattis in the 9th inning, you know, that home run takes the whole ambush tater away to where, you know, if somebody wants to go up there and hack and swing for the fences, go ahead. And now you got to get a guy on first.
Harper on a breaking ball, fouls it.
And it becomes more about Soriano throwing strikes than having to be real fine, meaning that one swing could tie the game. Soriano could be more aggressive with a 2-run lead, obviously.
Harper late for that fastball. You could win a hitting lesson with Ryan Zimmerman. Probably hit the ball farther the opposite way than you ever thought you could. It's Masson's Touch It All rewards for your chance to win the grand prize. MassonSports.com to sign up.
He will teach you how to crush a bat boy on the top of the head after he hits a home run.
1-2. Harper serves one. Nice uncomplicated swing. Getting aboard with 2 outs, and with Desmond coming up, maybe Bryce has some running in mind. He's 2 for 4 tonight.
You know, Tony Tarasco right in Bryce Harper's ear right now at first base, saying, you know what, let's giddy up. Nice swing right there by Harper, going down, digging out the low pitch, throwing it into right for a 2-out knock.
Here's Ian Desmond, 1 for 4 career against Walden, and 1 for 3 with a base hit off the third baseman's glove tonight. He'll go to right center. This ball heading for the scoreboard. We'll watch Harper heading for third. He will score. 3-0 Washington. Mr. Double himself, Ian Desmond, with his 37th of the year, his 60th extra base hit.
Well, this was all about the kick off the right center field scoreboard. If that ball comes right back to Upton, they got a chance to get Harper at home, simply because Desmond hit the ball so hard. It got out there quick, and watch the kick. It just caroms towards center field. And when you talk about everything going the Nats' way, little things like that allowed Bryce Harper to score all the way from first base.
Homer, single, double in the inning. And here's Adam LaRoche.
Everything going the Nats' way.
Guys are going up ripping. Adam 0 for 1 career against Jordan Walden. He's walked 0 for 2 tonight.
And Carp, I may be mistaken, but the last time the Braves were here, there was a similar ball in right center field where Hayward threw it to Simmons. Simmons threw it to the plate. It was one of the best relays you ever saw with 2 outs, but that ball kicked right to Jason Hayward. And the difference in that play was the kick off the wall going to center field, trickling over to Schaefer. That gave Bryce Harper 4 or 5 more steps easy.
Yep.
To where little things going your way. It just shows you the difference to way the tide has turned for the Nats.
And LaRoche to center. This ball is on the ground. Here comes Desmond. It's 4-0.
Well, he just hoped that Ian didn't pull his hamstring right there. Kind of came around third gingerly. And he has that strained hand. We were talking about him stealing his 20th base. And with all the commotion at the end of game 1, I forgot about his hamstring being strained earlier in the game. But if you watch him come around third right here, nice piece of hitting by LaRoche, another clutch knock. But Desmond was just cruising right here. We'll watch him run. And this is all he's got, folks. It's a guy that's given 110% every single game this year. And given everything he has right there to score the 4th run of the game, the 3rd of this inning.
Here's Lombardozzi, and he goes up swinging. Simmons to Uggla. What a great bottom of the 8th for the Nats. Starting with 1 out, Ryan Zimmerman's 25th home run of the year. Then after another out, Harper, Desmond, and LaRoche go to work, and suddenly it's 4-0 into the 9th. Brought to you by University of Maryland, University College, and by your local BMW Center. On the banks of the Anacostia, Nationals Park, right downstream from the Navy Yard. And the Nats are playing great baseball on this day. A difficult day or two in our city. Ryan Zimmerman has gone deep. To stretch that lead, they've added 2 more. And it's 4-0 now into the bottom of the 9th. This call to the bullpen packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Because of that 4th run, no save situation for Rafael Soriano, but he needs to treat it like one right now against 2-3-4 for Atlanta.
Yeah, straight fastball, cut fastball, slider, 3 pitches from Soriano.
Justin Upton, 0 for 4 career against him. Strike 1. Up the middle, base hit. And with Freddie Freeman coming up, those add-on runs are bigger now than they even seemed at the time. Tonight's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Freddie Freeman. Kind of a frisbee slider hanging up there, and Freeman watched it go by. Strike one. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
It looked like Freeman taken all the way, but he had a pitch.
Gets off the mid of Solano, but he pounces. And 3 runs down, Justin Upton, or 4 runs down. Upton can't take any chance. Freeman against Soriano, 0 for 2 career. Base hit. Needs to be treated like a save situation, and Evan Gattis is next.
Both pitches elevated from Soriano on both base hits. And Ian Desmond go to the mound and talk to his closer.
Evan Gattis 0 for 3. Against Soriano 1 for 2.
It's a strike, but it's up.
Yeah, that's living dangerously against this hitter. He loves high heaters, as we well know.
Well, it's clear that until you represent the tie and run, the Braves are taking a strike. Freeman got a pitch right down the middle. Gattis got a pitch right down the middle. And they were taken all the way.
Fastball really sailed on him.
Ground ball right at somebody will calm a lot of nerves in this situation.
Front door 83 just missing. Soriano thought he had a strike. He stared in at Jordan Baker, the umpire.
Thought it might have been inside. Let's see.
Backed up on him, didn't it?
Yeah. Didn't really have that break. Kind of came around the slider. When he's good, it's out front and on top.
Busted bat. Zimmerman. Double play. Catching Justin Upton off second base on a 5-4.
But down by 4 runs, that cannot happen. And while it wasn't a ground ball at someone, it was a line drive at someone, and that calmed a lot of nerves. I mean, you're down by 4 runs. There's no reason to try to advance right here. You see a line drive, your first reaction as a runner has to be to go back to the bag. Your run doesn't mean a thing. Zimmerman heads up, throws it to second base, and a huge double play for Soriano and the Nationals.
Crowd of 28,369 loved it. Chris Johnson 0 for 3 is next. And Johnson bats against Soriano for the first time. Counts even 1-1. Trying to keep the Atlanta Magic number at 4. Trying to win their 81st game of the year. And at least for a few innings make it 4 back of Cincinnati, but they have a big lead at Houston. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball left side. And the Braves can send their champagne. Well, not just yet. Desmond with a high throw. Wow. That's going to be Ian Desmond with his 19th error of the year. But the tying run, thanks to the double play, still not in the batter's box. And LaRoche did all he could. No chance to come down anywhere near the bag. And here's Laird. Gerald Laird, career 0 for 1 against Rafael Soriano.
No, not for Soriano. You got to flip that switch back on. You know, mentally, you see that ground ball, you think the game's over. Flip it back on, throw a strike, get an out.
Good fastball near his hands, on the edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not a bad idea, really. He's trying to get the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, with the power guy next, Dan Uggla.
It's a smart play. Just didn't execute it.
Uggla, who, by the way, has 3 career home runs against Soriano. So here we are again at a 2-strike count with 2 outs. In the air, right side. No, sir. Over the dugout. And a breaking ball tapped. Soriano has it, and the Nats have won the series against the Braves. They'll go for a sweep tomorrow night.
Tanner Roark goes to 7-0. Denard Span's hitting streak to 28 games. The Braves will not celebrate in Washington, D.C. And more importantly than all of that, that's exactly what this city needed. Unbelievable. They sweep the Braves. D.C. strong.
2 wins in 1 day over the team with the best record in the National League. The Nats sweep a doubleheader. More from Nats Park straight ahead.